Good morning. This is Carolyn. As usual, I want to welcome you for joining me today on my YouTube channel. And I encourage you now to please subscribe and join me every day as we talk about issues of sexuality and intimacy among people who are single and also seniors over the age of 60. You've heard me say that one of the things that I found in my experience of being a widow for 5 years, that I decided I didn't want to spend the rest of my days between today and the nursing home and the funeral home alone. That I wanted to be an active, involved, viable human being, contributing to my life, the life of others, and the life of my community and my state and my country at large, all the way up until I finally reach my time to be hauled off to the nursing home or the funeral home. But that is not today, and today is what I want to talk to you about. Please join me every day, and please subscribe to my channel right now as you push the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen that you're watching. I told you I was going to be talking about sexuality, not about sex. There is a difference. A person can have sex without being a viable, sexual, exciting person. That's what I want to talk to you about. That's what I want to be. And any of my good friends or compadres or people I don't know watching this channel, if you find that you're interested in this also, please join me. One of the things I want to tell you is that I have heard from one of you since my last video. I heard from a man who said to me, you challenged us to find out who we want to be, what we want. And this gentleman said to me, I'm not really interested in that right now. I have never understood what women want, and I want to know what a woman wants for me. He was in his 70s, I believe. Okay, let's talk about that. That is a realistic question. I also told you that I would answer your questions if you contacted me, so please continue to do that. Okay, for you, Mr. X, who you are in your 70s and you're interested in being a sexual person again and in having an intimate and sexual relationship. I want to ask you, who are you? You need to tell me who you are. Or, even more importantly, you need to identify to yourself who you are. Because once you know who you are, then you will better understand the kind of woman who you want to be with as a viable sexual partner. For example, let me show you this. I showed you this yesterday. This is John Wayne. This is the GI generation. This is a generation that fought wars. Their parents or themselves were even in World War I and fought in World War II. J.F. Kennedy was from the GI generation. He was a war hero, and he was also interested in going right to the legal system and making changes that he felt were impossible in transforming the rights of human beings and the responsibilities of human beings. He's the one who said, ask not what you can do for your country, what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So he was definitely that. Are you one of these gentlemen? Are you like John Wayne? Do you want to conquer your environment? Do you like to use guns? Do you want to go shooting? Do you want to ride a horse? I know most of you are over 90, but some of us identify with this generation at my age, and I'm in my 70s. So if that's what you want to do, you need to find the woman who also appreciates that. Remember I told you that John Wayne at one point, I think in one of his movies, turned a lady over his knee and gave her a good spanking. And you need to find the lady who wants that kind of man. And trust me, men and women, this may not be information that the mainstream wants to talk to you about, but there are clubs and there are people who join those private clubs who do like to get a little spanking now and then. So if that's who you are, identify who you are and what you want and what kind of woman you want. Or you could be the playboy type, the suave type, like Burt Reynolds. You know, you might want to collect old cars or drive fast cars or go to car shows. If you want to do that, find the kind of woman who appreciates that kind of thing, and then you'll better know what women want. Okay? Or are you more like a baby boomer? I could be a baby boomer. I'm not, but I could be according to the date that I was born. Look here, George Clooney. Are you more suave and debonair and gentlemanly and clever and intellectual and socially aware and politically correct? If so, you need to find the woman who looks for that in a man. If you, for example, as a man, walk up to a door and the woman is offended because you open it for her, well, you may, and you want to open the door, you may find that you are shopping in the wrong aisle. You need to go, and if you want to open that door, find the woman who loves that. There are women all over who like all kinds of men. There's not one answer about who a man needs to be. I even have somebody here from Generation X. This is 1980, 1981 on. So if you're interested in women who are in their 30s or early 40s, you might have a Generation X kind of woman who sort of doesn't want to be classified and doesn't want to be identified and with any particular group, and kind of wants to know her individuality and find out and explore with you who she is. So these are different things for you to think about as a gentleman today in our society who may be interested in having a relationship and having a sexual and intimate relationship. And again, gentlemen, this is not about, I would like to go out to dinner once in a while, and I would like to have a little sex now and then, but I don't want a relationship. Do tune into this channel if you are that person and find out if maybe there's an option for you that you really do like. And ladies, I hope you have learned something from this today also, because I want you to figure out, what kind of woman are you? When I am talking about this channel being for single seniors over 60, that could scan a 30-year period. So we want to know who we are and what we want and what our preferences are. Don't go with a mainstream anything when it comes to a human being, because if there's one thing from being a licensed clinical therapist for 35 years, as I was before I retired, I learned that there are no human beings alike in this lifetime. Each one of you is different. Each man is different, each woman is different, and we need to learn and embrace the differences and the likenesses in us so that we know where we are in this world. Which path do you want to walk down in the grocery store? What are you shopping for today? Which path, which social path or political path or personal path do you want to be in today? Because most of them are okay. For you to be emotionally and mentally and physically the person you want to be. I will address your comments. If you will comment to me on this channel, I will address them as much as I can, and I will cover your answers. Please join me again tomorrow when we'll have another topic about being a sexual and intimate person over the age of 60 who is single and looking to have a full, viable life with a partner. Until tomorrow, I'll say goodbye. Please subscribe. Please contact me, and I'll see you then.